Why reading the book is better than watching the movie. The problem. Students today would rather watch a movie adaptation of the book rather than reading the book. In a study made by BBC News School Report, statistics show that a large percentage of teenagers would rather watch the film adaptation instead of reading the book. The cause. The reason for this is due to the increase in access to technology and things like social media, video games, and streaming services. The solution. Reading a book has more benefits than watching a movie. Reading a book challenges the reader's imagination and details, improves language skills, and has health benefits. Reading a book challenges the reader's imagination. According to the Journal of Education, Culture, and Society, reading stimulates the imagination in many ways and gives a view of other places, other times, and people with different conditions than our own. Reading allows the imagination to run free and paint pictures in our minds. When reading, the author uses lots of descriptions so you can image scenery, characters, events, and emotions better. Movies are more visually appealing. You see the action when it's happening. With movies, the brain does not need to imagine because all the thinking and imagining is done for you by the director and the actors. Reading a book provides more details. According to Seven University, the plot is much more detailed and the characters are more developed in a book. In a book, the author gives a better description of the character and the scenery and events. In a movie, the director will sometimes leave out important details from the book. In movies, they don't get enough time to show the full story unless you split it into many films. For example, when they did the original It, they had to remove so much in it because it was a 1,300-page book. But however, when they did the reboot, they split into 2 movies, adding in stuff from the book that wasn't in the original film. Reading a book improves your language arts skills. One language arts skill that improves as a person reads is their vocabulary. According to the Center for Longitudinal Studies, CLS, teenagers who read in their spare time know 26% more words than those who never read. It is easier to learn new words from reading a book. When you read a word that you don't understand, you can stop and look up the meaning in a dictionary. You also see the word. This helps you memorize the spelling of it. This makes it easier for you to remember it later. Watching a movie only lets you hear the word, so the viewer doesn't memorize the meaning and spelling of the words. Reading can improve your communication skills. Reading helps to improve writing, listening, and speaking in a way that helps us communicate effectively and understand the world around us, according to the Southern Oregon University. Reading introduces you to new words and viewpoints. It improves your writing style, language, and sentence structure. All these skills help your ability to write letters, emails, and use social media. Good communication skills will benefit the reader in school, in daily life, and finding a job. Reading helps you learn different writing styles, the flow of words, and improves speaking skills. It is impossible to become a good communicator if you don't read. Movies do help improve communication skills, but they are limited to speaking skills. They help the viewer understand how a word is pronounced or used. They don't help with writing styles. Reading has many health benefits. It keeps your brain active. According to Seven University, reading makes your brain function better. One study even found that elderly individuals who read regularly are 2.5 times less likely to develop Alzheimer's than their peers. When you are reading, your brain has to think more deeply. It must remember details, facts, figures, plot lines, and themes and characters, which improves reasoning skills. This improves short-term and long-term memory. When watching a movie, the details of facts, plot, characters, etc. are limited, so the reader doesn't remember the details that well. The counter-arguments. Why watch a movie then read the book? Movies take less time. It adds things that the book didn't have. The actors bring the characters to life. And last but certainly not least, viewing a movie can be enjoyed alone or with others. Reading the book based on the movie benefits the person much more than watching a movie adaptation. It challenges the person's imagination, provides more details, helps with communication and vocabulary skills, increases mental activity, and reduces stress. So, read the book first, then watch the movie. That's all, folks.